Hello, Ascended Ones, those that have made it to the next level of human evolution. It seems a little crazy right now, and it feels like a tug of war that you should be focused on the things around you that seem to be important. It seems like you should be focused on what's right in front of you in the physical, tangible 3D realm, but okay, the spirit world is alive, it's active, and it is there for you to access in a way that you couldn't even fathom before. So the aliens want to see you dance. The interdimensionals want to see you sing. No, they want to hear you sing. They want to feel you vibrate, okay? They want to see your body do what it is capable of doing. Right now, we have this limited belief that we are three-dimensional, low vibrational humans, and we're not high vibrational, multidimensional, interdimensional beings. And the veil has erupted. There is a new timeline, and it's feeling a little crazy out here, but at the same time, it's liberating because you're concerned about work and family and friends and relationships, but actually, we're learning how to be human again. We're learning how to change our DNA through, I think science today is calling it epigenetics. But in reality, you have the ability to turn on and off genetic codes in your system at will. You are about to discover your superpower. And while you may have intellectually done this already, or maybe in your heart space in some fashion, you figured this out. But what is coming online, this quantum space we're now in, this very interactive quantum world, is going to train you. It's going to heighten your awareness to self. I just got a little whiff of somebody holding on to who they were yesterday, and that's not who we are anymore. Okay, we're going to focus on the now, and we're going to be present so we can receive this gift. I am going to help you navigate these frequencies. They're challenging, it's confusing. I'm going to probably tap into some history as to why I would say something this crazy on the internet. I'm going to talk about some present, like what you're currently experiencing through what I feel. And then also I'm going to do a little bit of future projecting here as to what is coming for you, near future only. We're going to try to focus on the now. So let's see what you're ready for. Oh no. Okay, so we are going to get a little slightly political here. Just slightly. Because it's okay to be a little funny and petty in the ascension process. So there are people on planet Earth that are about to have a rude awakening. I don't know if you can read that. I'm not even going to say her name out loud yet, at least. But there are people who are living in a delusional frame of mind where it's so obvious on the outside that they have a hatred, an aggressive mindset towards something or someone else. It's actually self-hatred, but they're projecting it like it's someone else out there doing it to them. It's kind of strange. I'm just going to say her name. I'm just going to say it. Okay? Tommy Lauren. She has this thing about her where I don't watch her. I don't. This is all intuitive. This is spirit world stuff. We're just going to talk about how to raise our vibration and become better human beings and not get caught up in illusions and this delusional old world that wants to draw you back in through fear and bullying, quite honestly. So this being is operating in this bully frame of mind, this really restricted, limiting belief where I don't know that she's, or, you know, wow, political or no. Yeah, so there's a lot of people operating in this zombie state where they don't really have a soul. And that's because that's their choice. They chose that path. The ones that are alive and awake and vibrant are walking around with a soul, with a spirit, with a light, with communication to truth and justice and peace and kindness, you know? And then there's those that are operating from hatred, honestly. When there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. It's self-hatred. This being has such self-hatred that she'll pop off the mouth and say a bunch of things about a bunch of people, which it kind of seems like I'm doing that right now, but what I'm doing is a little bit different. I'm just trying to frame a picture around, it's like, I did not expect it to be political, but you know, I can't really force the spirit world, the divine, because when I said the aliens want to see you dance, they want to see you shine, and your light has to be so bright that it just, the dark can't survive it. The darkness, the dark meaning like evil, dark, not good intention people that need to be put back in their place. And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but just blunt, okay? This is just direct empathy. Empathy doesn't have to always be soft in a way that sounds coddling, okay? Just like she can be blunt, I can be blunt, and the truth as well. And she's also really highlighted here with this red and all this black and blue colors, these calmer colors surrounding. It's like we have to be able to identify. I'm not going to just attack her because everybody can be redeemed, but she had her choice, and this is her bed, and she's laying in it. She chose, and others have chose, to be soulless and to be lack of spirit. And you chose to wake up. And in doing so, you're going to go on this very harmonious journey with yourself where you get to discover that there's more to life than culture luring you to slaughter, luring you to the direction it wants to sway you in that day, because polarity is extreme. You're supposed to be neutral. The whole goal here of an enlightened being is to walk the narrow path. It's not many people walk the path of enlightenment, at least up until now, because what could happen next? Who knows? But thus far, history has taught us, those that have ascended, the masters that have taught us and showed us the way, they have really highlighted what it means to be meek and to be humble and to be kind and gentle. And, now I'm seeing like the native people where they used to have from what I was told, the rituals where if they harmed an animal, like a deer or buffalo or something to eat, they used every part of that being and prayed for it and, you know, wished well on its spirit and did so much like goodness to it. It's funny that we've gotten so far away from the whole picture, where we've gotten so superficial, so surface, that we see, let's say, homeless people, which they came out here, homeless people as a burden to society more than people like this, which is crazy because homeless people don't ask for much. Well, obviously there's going to be some. Obviously there's always going to be them bad apples that do choose to cause mayhem, right? But in the majority, it's quite hard to become unhomeless. You know, if you've gotten yourself in a rut, you don't have support, family, something, maybe you had an addiction or whatever, something got you there. Whether it was your rebellion or whatever, your karma, your points said, I'm going to be sleeping on the streets for a while. And in that process, it's actually quite difficult to get out and quite humbling, I'm sure, to stand on the streets and ask for money. And the process to get an ID and to get a job and to all that's hard. It's not the easiest thing. And people that are so prideful and assuming and judgmental tend to have such a like blurred lens, this clouded judgment, where all that they see is what they see, right? But we're entering a time where you can't fake it. You don't get to pretend no more. There's no hiding behind false anything. Your light is going to show, or your darkness is going to show, because we are transparent, telepathic, interdimensional beings. And heart to heart is a lot simpler. Blunt communication is a lot more simpler than superficial bullying, when we can talk really fast over people or try to use knowledge, which is spell casting. So people that can talk really, really fast over someone else, often, that used to be me for sure. People would just talk over me fast and they would just zoom and I would just be like lost in the dust. So like pressuring people, putting them in the corner, beating them even more. And this is all metaphoric because I'm thinking of language and debate and communicating. But in general, there has been that in society, where the slower, more softer people have been really treated like garbage. But the new earth ain't playing with that, okay? That's not how we do it over here. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. I just did a tarot reading. I don't even know if I call this tarot, but I just did a reading on this recently, and that's real. Think about it. How sick of a mind do you have to be super well adjusted to a society that's clearly failing, clearly not going in the right direction, obviously non-empathetic to humanity, you know? We're now seeing that being the light is a lot more appealing than following dark people, darkness, you know, dark. What we know dark to be. Not today, Satan. We create this image, this idea of this character, Satan, Santa Claus. And we know it to be this force that we should fear, that's going to harm us, that's in control somehow, that it has some sort of power over us, right? But that's not even true, because we're divine beings. We are children of the Creator. The Creator made us beautifully and perfect in their image. And these aliens, these extraterrestrials, these interdimensionals, these angels, the team, the Elohim, however you want to frame it, were designated by the Creator to make us beautiful and have this wonderful experience. And somehow we've been tricked into society to be in such a low vibrational state of fear that we give so much power to the devil, to Satan, to darkness, to psychopaths. And we're learning that as we observe in this more enlightened time, we're raising the vibration of the planet together. We're seeing things a little bit more clear and understanding that we may have been doing things wrong. We may have given a little bit too much power, or we've given our power, because what you are is a powerful vessel. You are this superhuman, powerful being that can command your cells and reality to whatever you want it to do. And you're supposed to be able to move in a way that is in accordance to that, right? Well, somehow this darkness has seeped in and put people in power and in positions of authority that boost their pride and ego to such a degree that they think that they make sense. And they think that they have some sort of logic, which I don't even know if I want to use that word, actually, because I don't. Crying for help. I'm going to read something from this book. Happy at home. Everything's intuitive. We're just going with the flow here. So all of this connects. It's just going to flow. In a small country with few people, government is still necessary, but let it be very limited. The people should be kept safe and content. Then, though there are carriages and ships, the people will not want to leave their country. And though there are shields and swords, there will be no reason to use them. Then people will freely practice their trades, delight in their cuisine, be content with their clothes, take pride in their homes, and rejoice in their holidays. Neighboring countries may be so near that their dogs can be heard barking at night, but your people will be so content they will grow old and die without ever wanting to leave home. You know, what I love about that is pride is a natural response to something like having a child. Like, I'm proud of my child. Look at how beautiful and wonderful they are. Or look at this wonderful thing I built. Look at my bakery. Look at my salon. Look at my business. Look at my creation. I'm a creator. I'm able to manifest and maneuver reality and present my skill to my community and be praised in a way of like, wow, that's awesome and amazing. I love what you do. Can I trade it for what I do? Look what it's a beautiful thing when you can go into a festival or some sort of small knit community and share and commerce with each other in a way that is local and small. It makes you feel good to be able to support a small business or to be in tune with your gifts, what you're skilled at. Everyone has gifts. Everyone's skilled at something. And refining that over years and years can be such it's literally like making love to something that you love doing. Is you just drift away into a meditative state and you just do that thing and it just makes you feel so great. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And we're now in a time where the aliens, whatever's going on up there, they are making sure that what's about to happen next, it's about to knock some people's pride into another dimension for real. we're about to learn that the value of something, we're about to learn the value of something. We're playing too much superficial games here with how we present ourselves, and I wanted to do these. How we present ourselves in culture, society, how we show up. It's so popular to be fake. It's so popular to have a mask on, basically. It's very popular to use fake lights like phones and mirrors and makeup and, why on movies? I got to rant. This is important. It makes sense. Why on movies do they pound makeup on children and men and the women? Obviously, women are just looking like clowns right now. No offense. I'm sorry. If you have there's an extreme to makeup, okay? Sometimes I look like a clown with makeup on, so I'm in the boat with you. But the point is, children don't need makeup. They're beautiful. They look like angels. Why do they need makeup? Men, why do they need makeup? I'm not saying men that are feminine, because if you like to wear makeup, that's different. But I'm just saying, Hollywood's really showing its face right now. It's clearly showing that the more we get into how absurd this is, it's just so obvious. Like, if I watch a medieval show or movie, I don't want to see fake nails on the characters. That's how. Explain that to me. I don't want to see acrylics. I don't want to see fake eyelashes. I don't want to see, make it real. I also am a barber, so I want to see the haircuts make sense too. Because back in then times, we couldn't do skin fades like we do them today. Like, the barbershop in 1302 was a lot different than the barbershop today. So I want the vibe to match the times. They knew this time was coming. I'll tell you that. The riches are being, as within, so without. Everything that's going on the outside is actually a reflection of what's going on inside of us. And when the moon is full, it affects the tides, right? The moon is connected to the water. We are water. And I find it fascinating that with all this exchange that's been going on since time ended, since the narrative of what is over, it's like, haven't you guys noticed it's different? Like, we're really just playing like it's a puppet show. It's like pretend at this point. We're just showing up and pretending. And in this exchange, we are learning that we are in control of our reality. So you're bombarded with ads, and you're bombarded with media and narratives. For example, football, right? I have zero association with what's going on in sports. And I asked one of my clients today, like, something about, are the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl? And they just were like floored. They were enamored. I was like, what? And he was like, oh my God, you don't know this? You must know this knowledge. And I'm like, I guess I should, huh? But I don't, because I don't think about that kind of stuff. I don't even watch it. So it's, how would I know? What would, I just don't do that. So it's like that. Just because they've herded us into a direction to follow a program, an illusion that everyone agrees on and collectively has a delusional experience about, does not mean that everyone is in that delusion. So just like I can read tarot for 10 years and talk to spirits and angels and see signs and hear them and have weird, supernatural experiences. Not everybody's having that, right? It's okay for both though. Both are okay, both exist, both are real, but it's like we're learning to be more fluid and understand that we can either put our lives in the hands of these people that clearly don't care about you and your time, because that's all we have. A billionaire and a homeless person have the same amount of 24 hours. It's like, how are you going to create wealth? What is wealth to you? Is wealth having $1 million in your bank account? Or is it having 1 million hours to spend on whatever you want to spend it on? And not being so worried about things, being so anxious about the future, being so concerned about life, You're learning that, like, I feel you finding a state of calm in this, because you're learning that you don't have to be so defensive. You actually don't have to fight. You don't have to force or push or follow any of that stuff. It's actually up to you if you believe in yourself or not, and what you want to be in union with, what you want to be faithful to, what you want to be subservient to. Because your soul is actually craving a lot right now. It's craving honesty, it's craving truth, it's craving, a realistic vibrational match to who you are. So whatever this desire within you, the whale, it's one of my favorites. Whatever's burning inside of you that's calling you, it's saying, hey, like, I'm ready to be something. I'm ready to swim in the deep, deep ocean of myself and understand and intuit and dance and sing and flow, okay? I know I keep saying dance because how fun would it be if this was all a musical and we just all started dancing? And like in the musicals where you get ready and you dance and sing in the mirror, and then you go outside and you dance and sing with the baker, and then you go down the street and you dance and sing with the dog, and it's always a fun adventure to just even go about your day, rather than being so tense and dreadful about time and existence. And who said we had to do it this way? Who's doing this? Who's pulling the strings? Like, what? The whales aren't paying rent, okay? The whales aren't participating in the anxiety. How do we get more in tune and alignment with the whales and the fox, who's a lot more cunning and resourceful and thoughtful about maneuvering reality? You are not going to walk up to a fox and say, you have to pay me to cross this line. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So why are we so easy to persuade, to hand over our power so easily, Turtle. So this card in the book talks a lot about tapping into your creativity, writing, dance. We just need to be dancing, writing poetry, singing, creating, just creating. What is your creative? What is your creative purpose here? What do you know about yourself and how to create? And how are you going to show the world you? We are so excited to see you. We want to observe your genius. And it doesn't have to be big. It could be literally being a parent is an honorable job. You don't have to do anything more than that if you don't want. But I'm just trying to think of the spectrum of things that there are. You could be a teacher, be the best teacher there is. Be the best at whatever it is you do. Janitor, be the best. Garbage man, be the best. Sing and dance and throw them bags in there like nobody, you know. Maybe you touch the lives of those that you come into contact with. When you pull up on their driveway, you might make people's day. We got the dolphin, which is all about playing. So much of this ocean, it's just like, the dolphin is such a playful community creature, right? So it's all about its people. It's all about its, I don't know, pride? Swim team? I don't know. It's very happy. It's very joyous. It's okay with just playing in the waves. Like, that's where we need to get our minds back in alignment to, is just playing. We're supposed to play with each other. We just forgot how to play. The tiger. Okay, and this. May. Springtime. So doing something risky and taking a chance is here. The number 10, we got May, which is 5. So we've got a little bit of conflict. We've got 7. We've got a queen here, queen of the earth. So it's like putting on earth things that you can nurture, and sharing with those that you are grounded with. So this could be your knitted community. This could be your family. There's something that I really keep seeing the baking of bread. There's something about you tapping into a gift or a skill that your ancestors had. It would be so much more in alignment with humans. We would be more in balance if we could get our things locally, do things locally. This is why the barbershop is so great, because it's the local place you get to go to and just like chalk it up, chat it up, or the salon, the beauty salon, the nail salon, wherever your place is, where you get to go and just like community. It's like the best. It's just the best, because we're supposed to be like that. Schools are supposed to be like that. Everything should be like that. Things are getting so rigid and regulated and forceful, and so many contracts, so many papers, so many headaches. You know, where's the simplicity? What happened? Why is it so complicated? Can we calm down? This is getting weird out here. We really want to bring in new elements. I don't know why I did that. We just really need to bring in new elements of happiness in our lives. Spring. See what I'm saying? It's just like, be happy. And it's not like, if your vibration has been at such a low, depressive, anxiety, whatever place for a long time, to then tomorrow you're going to be healed and just joyous. This is more about a slow manifest, something that we're manifesting in time, which is in that reading I did where it's literally titled, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society." In that reading, there's a lot of talk, I think, about what that could be. So if we could align ourselves to a more harmonious path. Sorry, hold on. Something kind of... Okay, so they want me to talk about my personal experience on something. So I had a horrible experience with antibiotics, where I let the medical field convince me that I needed to be on antibiotics for acne. And I had, and I still have, but I had pretty severe acne for many years. And it took a lot of juggling and trying to figure out what was going on. What is this issue that I'm having, this hormonal issue, hormonal whatever. Well, now that I'm towards the end of it, because it used to be literally all over my face, I had to get down to the roots and to the insides as to what was going on. It was gut health. It was also my belief in allowing someone to just destroy my self-esteem and beliefs I had because of their views of me. And also my diet, which has been pretty good, but not good enough, because I learned a lot about oils. And we are water. If we are water, why are we consuming so many oils? Like seed oils, which we've learned are bad, and then we're cooking in oil, which is toxic. And then a lot of the food, the GMOs, everything's toxic. So it's like we are discovering that to heal is to heal our guts. It's to heal our hearts. Literally, being heartbroken can cause a heart attack. It can cause heart death. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but I've just learned through spirit a lot of holistic things, and I'm wanting people to know that there are ways to heal with nature that take one step in front of the other, one step at a time. And the more that we align ourselves to the present moment, accepting, first step, and then moving into step 2, step 3, we get to align ourselves to create the future that I'm describing, where you are fully in your power. You are fully capable of being in alignment and dancing and singing and feeling that vibrational match to the dream version of yourself that you are. By going deep within, discovering your gifts and talents, and making it a reality, making it something that, I didn't even notice the double tiger here, which is beautiful. That's a final. It's taking a chance on yourself and making it final. It's like, no more of this. I know this is bad for me. No more of this. I'm going to stop eating. You know what was hard for me? Peanut butter. Peanut butter? I want my peanut butter. I love peanut butter. And it wrecked my system. But we're not going to restrict ourselves to the extreme, because I also did that. It's like finding that moderation, finding that balance, that, okay, I can give a little today. I got to take a little tomorrow. I got to take a lot for myself for a week, sometimes a year, sometimes a long time, because of how much you've dedicated and given to others. Pulling your energy back and learning how to protect your energy and be in your vibration, making your vibration a vibrant, what am I trying to say? It's like emitting the vibrational frequency you want to emit, because we're unique. We're all different. We all have a different view on how that should look. So it's like discovering that takes time, mastering that takes time, and grounding that's going to take time. So there's no rush. You're not being rushed at all. You're being asked to take it slow and to be gentle with yourself, but make the decision. Make the decision to say no more, no más. I don't like this. I don't like how I feel in my 24 hours. I want my 24 hours to be more beautiful and more in alignment to my happiness. So I'm going to cut back on little things here and there. I'm going to draw the lines with certain people. I'm going to set those boundaries with my boss, because it's over. It's done. This is as far as I'm going to go with giving away my power and having to be so defensive all the time, where I feel so blah, right? I think that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.